Number 1. Dark Moon. Most of the people call it dark side of the moon, simply because we never gazed upon it. But there are really no dark side of the moon. Some people refer it to a new moon as dark moon, because the moon is fully shadow as viewed from Earth and we couldn't see it. But as humans, when we say dark, all sorts of unexplained things occur. Monsters, aliens, or some sort of shadowy figure. The dark side of the moon refers to sensing the unknown, rather than explaining that there is no light on it. Number 2. Moon's rotation. We all know that Earth has axis and it rotates on it, and so is the moon. Moon would also do the same, allowing us to see the other side, but why are we limited to only seeing the same face again and again? It was discovered millions of years ago that the moon's rotation was actually much faster, letting us see the other side of the moon. Of course, no humans are born yet that time, so no one really actually see the other side of the moon from Earth's view. The rotation changes due to the gravitational pull from Earth slowing down the moon's rotation phase. Now the moon's rotation is tidal locked into this period. Moon rotates 27.3 days, however, we on Earth, full moon cycles takes 29.5 days. Number 3. First spacecraft. About 18% of the far side or the dark side is actually visible from Earth due to its libration. The remaining 82% remains unobserved until 1959. On 959, Soviet Union Luna 3 space probe photographed the other 82%. The Soviet Academy of Sciences published the first atlas of the far side in 1960. Number 4. Moon speeding. The two hemispheres have distinctly different appearances. One side is covered in multiple dark maria. Maria is Latin for seas, which earliest astronomers, including Galileo Galilei, incorrectly thought that these plains were seas of lunar water. The far side has more visible craters. It is thought that this is due to the moon shielding the Earth, but according to NASA, Earth obscures only about 4 square degrees out of 41,000 square degrees of the sky as seen from the moon. It is likely that each side of the moon receives the same numbers of impact. There are also theories that the side of the moon facing the Earth impact crater is heat from the Earth when the moon was formed. Number 5. Tidal Locking. Other planets' moon are also facing the same hemisphere on each planet. This is called tidal locked. Both Mars' moons, Phobos and Deimos, always have the same side facing Mars. All of Jupiter's, Saturn's, Uranus, and Neptune's moons are locked to those planets as well. And in really weird case, Pluto and its largest moon, Charon, are also locked to each other. Imagine standing up. The Earth pulls you down. Your feet are just a little bit closer to the center of the Earth than your head. The Earth pulls a slightly larger gravitational force on the lower half of you than the other half. This is called tidal locking. Tidal locking causes the moon to spin or rotate the same way as the planet, thus making it facing always the same side. Number 6. Potential radio telescope. The other side of the moon is shielded from the radio transmissions from Earth. It is considered a good location for placing a radio telescope to be used by astronomers. Since the small ball shape, craters provide a natural formation for a stationary telescope. However, before a radio telescope can be deployed, several problems must be overcome. Fine lunar dust can contaminate equipment, vehicles, and spacesuits. Equipment must be also shielded from solar flares. Also, the equipment must be shielded from other radio sources. Number 7. Spaceship Moon. A theory which claims that Earth's moon is actually an alien spacecraft. Moon was never an exemption of a possible alien base. The theory was submitted by Michael Vasin and Alexander Sherbakov. Huge machines would have been used to melt rock and form cavities from within the moon. The surface material of the Moon is substantially composed of different elements: chromium, titanium, and zirconium from the surface of the Earth. It is also backed up why the Moon rocks are older than of the oldest Earth rocks. Number 8. Ice. Lunar South Pole is a special interest of scientists because of the occurrence of ice in permanently shadowed areas around it. The South remains in shadow as much as does that of the North Pole. Sunlight does not reach some part of the South, and thus creates a cold trap that contains a fossil record of our early solar system. There are future planned exploration of the South includes private mission by Shackleton Energy Company that earlier in 2016. Their mission is to identify and characterize the nature, composition, and location of the optimum ice concentrations at the North and lunar South Pole craters. Number 9. Nuclear Test. The late Secretary of Defense Robert McNamara stated that several unspecified officials within the Pentagon were opposed to a nuclear test ban treaty between the United States and Soviet Union, on the premise that the Soviets would continue nuclear weapon testing on the far side of the Moon, far from the observations of American observers. It was later revealed that the Pentagon had their own plan to detonate a nuclear weapon. According to their project, this will help answering some of the mysteries in planetary astronomy and astrogeology. Also, it was considered as a show of force. However, it was cancelled out due to fear of negative public reaction. Number 10. Alien Bases. One famous conspiracy is the discussion of Neil Armstrong's mission control. According to Armstrong, there are 2 massive alien spacecraft that are in line. On the broadcast, Armstrong was heard to say that he could see a light on the rim of nearby crater. Mission Control responded to request more information, and the following transmission was cut off. But of course, NASA denied the authenticity of the transmission. However, former NASA technician Maurice Chatelain said otherwise. Maurice also confirmed that the radio communications were interrupted several times during the Apollo 11 mission to keep the truth from the public.